What's up, Canes fans? It is the Beast here in my little studio at the Ticket. Meanwhile, we've got all sorts of stuff going on in with the Canes fam, with the Hurricane family, with the Canes Nation. There's all sorts of stuff going on, right? Twitter is a mess. Facebook is a mess. Instagram mess. Everything's a mess, and I've been a part of it, right? So let's start from here, which is, I think we've gotten to the point where we all understand that things are not good, right? Things are not good with the program. I know the spin that Al is trying to put on with his interviews with Tim Reynolds and Gary Furman from Cane Sport, trying to do the best. UMPR department with these infographics and PRs, trying to put the best spin on it as possible. But as they say, you can't put lipstick on a pig, although I've never worn lipstick. Actually, that's not true. I have. I did wear lipstick in 7th grade when I dressed up as a French maid for Halloween, but that's neither here nor there. We all understand that there's something wrong, right? And there's a couple different philosophies about how to handle this situation. Now, let me just start by saying this. In no way ever should you ever personally attack recruits, players, coaches, administrators with harmful vitriol that's just, it's almost inhuman. Like, someone the other day on Twitter told me to drink bleach. Like, really? That's how we're treating each other? Like, I know you're not happy with the head coach right now, but, telling him to die or drink bleach or poke his eyes out or fire himself, probably not the best way to go about it. I know you're not happy with, maybe the AD or the Board of Trustees or President Shalala or whatever, but personal attacks are going to get you absolutely nowhere, and it's just not the right thing to do as a human. The other thing is, one, don't ever tweet at recruits. I can't even speak. Don't ever tweet at recruits, okay? Just don't do it. Whether it's good or bad, it's against the rules, first of all, against NCAA rules, for basically anyone that's ever sniffed a ticket or hat to contact a recruit. So just don't do it. I know you see people from other schools do it. Just don't do it. Whether they're coming or going, just stay off of recruits, okay? Just get out of their timeline. And that goes with current players too. Like, there's no reason to be taking jabs and shots and this at current players. Just leave them alone, okay? Let them be. They're kids. They don't need your vitriol. They don't need your personal attacks. They don't need to be, like, if some kid decommits, there's no reason for you to jump on their timeline and tell them to die and drink bleach and go, rub toothpaste in their eyes. Just don't do that. That's inhuman. I don't understand how we treat people like this. Hey, great. I love my timeline. Oh, you Beast, you fat piece of crab tub of goo. You're going to die, you fat. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I see this every day. I realize I'm a little overweight. You don't have to remind me. Just treat everyone like you would want to be treated. All right, can we get that done? All right. Now, other than that, this whole notion that the fans and the media are the problem, and if we were all just positive and tiptoeing through the tulips, everything would be okay, I ain't buying it. I'm sorry. Manny Navarro, my good friend from the Miami Herald, who I love. I love Manny. He's one of my favorite guys in this market, but I totally disagree with the article that, the blog that he wrote, where he's saying, the negativity is too much and from the fans and all of this stuff. Like, I see where he's coming from, but the bottom line is this. Like, the team went 6-7. The team hasn't been good in years. Like, this is a decade-long problem. This isn't just 1 year or 1 season. This is a long time, and people are frustrated. And I look at it like the University of Miami football team is a public business, even though they're not. It's a private school, whatever. But let's just treat the University of Miami football program as if it was a publicly traded business on the stock market, right? So us, the fans, would be the stockholders. And, if your only connection to the U is maybe you went to one game once and own a hat or two, like, you'd have like 1 or 2 shares of the program. Now, if you're a Golden Cane and you travel with the team and you donate, $50,000 a year to the program, obviously you'd have more shares of the business on the stock market, right? Now, if the company that you own stock of does not produce the kind of product that you're looking for the company to produce, what happens? The stock goes down. The stockholders get angry because the value of what they hold goes down. They're clamoring for change. Ousters on the board. All sorts of stuff happens if the company does not produce. Now, does the CEO and the vice president and everyone from the company go, you know what? You stockholders, you need to support us regardless, and because you're clamoring, it's hurting our price, it's going down? No. Because the CEO and the executive vice president and the vice president understand that the output of the company, the product, let's just say they're making widgets. What's a widget? Yeah, that's a old school movie reference. But what they're making is not good enough. And they've got to step up their game from a productivity standpoint in order to get the stockholders back on track, get them to invest more, buy more stock, and support the company. Same thing with UM football. Like, right now, the team that we are emotionally connected to, and by the way, look what I'm wearing today. I mean, if you don't think that, I mean, this is my alma mater, okay? The University of Miami is my alma mater. Forget about being a fan or covering the team for 20 years like I have, or being on the sidelines, or traveling with the team for a decade, and all of that stuff. Like, I went to the University of Miami, and the proudest accomplishment I have in my life, other than finding a woman that would actually marry me and somehow finding a way to make a son, other than that, the proudest accomplishment in my life is being a graduate from the great University of Miami. I think it's an amazing school. An amazing school, and I am so proud that I have a degree from the University of Miami. And because of that, because of all the emotion and blood, sweat, and tears I put into the program being an alum, I think it gives me a right. It gives everyone a right that's gone to school there, or bought a ticket to a game, or bought a hat, or bought a shirt, to express negativity. I just, blaming us doesn't seem right. Now, if you want to say, hey, people are over the top, I agree with you, and I said that. Like, if you're taking personal shots, like, if you're going above and beyond, like, just leave it alone. Like, you're not being human. But this whole notion that it's our fault for the negativity, all this stuff, no, it's not. No, it is not. The fault lies in the production of the business, or in this case, the production of the football team. 6 and 7. That's the only number that should matter. I mean, there's a lot of other... We can sit here and pull stats out of our yin-yang and try to make it look better, but the only thing that matters is 6 and 7. Why it happened, how it happened, the underlying stats that make it look better, none of that matters. 6 and 7. You finished below 500. If anyone else in any job did their job below a 50% completion percentage, or approval percentage, or what have you, production percentage, probably not going to last very long in their job. Just saying. So, listen, I know I supposedly got into it with Brad Kaya's mom. Listen, Miss Means, I meant nothing. Matter of fact, I've been saying from day one, the first day that I ever saw Brad Kaya, that I had a man crush on him. I think he's the best thing about this program right now. I think if you were going to have any hope about this football team, it's the fact this team has a great starting quarterback. I mean, you look at Florida State, Jameis Winston's going to the NFL, they have no quarterback behind him. They've got problems. I don't care how much talent they have everywhere else. If you don't have a quarterback in college football, you've got Cirrus, as they say in China. You got issues. We've got a great starting quarterback. We should be so thankful for that. I am so happy that Brad Kaya is a Miami Hurricane. I'm so thankful that he traveled across the country to entrust this staff, this program, this great university with his talent to come play for the University of Miami. And if there's anything to be hopeful about, it's Brad Kaya. So, obviously, nothing's directed at him. But here's the thing about it. Brad Kaya and his mom and all the new players, they've only been involved in this program for a year, 2 years. So all of this is kind of new to them. For the rest of us, we've been invested for life. We've been through the ups and downs. We've been through the downs before Howard Schnellenberger, then the ups, and then the downs again, with the whole Pell Grant scandal and Butch Davis and losing 31 scholarships, and from, the banners flying over the Orange Bowl, taking us from champs to chumps. We've been through that. And then we've been through Larry Coker's end of his tenure, and Randy Shannon, and the beginning of Golden. Like, a lot of us have been through a ton with this program. And you can't have a good frame of reference if you're only looking at 1 year. Yeah, if all you knew about Miami football was the last year, you would think the fans are a bunch of crybabies. Well, that might be true, but they're only basing it on the fact that over the last decade, this program has not reached the goals that we have for it, no matter who was the coach. So that's where we are now. To wrap this thing up, it's really simple, and I don't know if I've made any sense. I just know that I feel strongly about wanting to get this program back on top. But the bottom line is this, that as long as we're not personal, as long as we don't take, make death threats and call each other names and be rude and disrespectful and basically inhuman, as long as that's not going on, because I don't condone that and I think that's ridiculous. And if you're doing that, you're a moron and stop it. But aside from that, if you're angry, vent it, voice it. That's your right as a fan. That's your right as a stockholder of this program. And if for anyone to tell me or any other fan that we're the problem, I don't think that's not the right way to go. Because the problem lies in one number, 6 and 7. Miami Hurricanes football should not be 6 and 7. That is the bottom line. That's the only thing that matters. All right, until next time, everybody, I will see you. Make sure you check out my stuff on CaneInsider.com, and more importantly, listen to me as I chime in from 1 to 3 on the ticket, 104.3 FM, theticketmiami.com, or I'm going to start having a show every Saturday, probably from noon to 3, and we'll be definitely talking a lot of Canes on that as well. So for everybody at everywhere I've ever been, peace.